So first things first, I think I posted in our Health for Life group the promotion that Team JBez is wanting to do during the summer. So let's talk about that for just a second. Um, Basically, Mimi put together this flyer that says Summer 2023 Challenge, and it's in our Health for Life Facebook group. We're trying to reach 100 families with Juice Plus during the summer. So that would be June, July, and August. Got 90 days. And so what we're going to do is report in once a month and keep track of it as a big team. And the reason why we're focused on this is because of the new options with Healthy Starts. So everyone knows that a child can start at age 4 and they can go all the way up till age 25, actually their last day of the year, and when they're 25. So if their birthday's on December 18th, then they would have until the 17th, all the way through that year of their 25th year. So hold on just a second, Melanie. Basically, in the past, we were able to allow a child to be on the study for 4 years. Now it could be, what is that, 21 years? Yeah, which is amazing. We've never seen a company do anything like that before. We need to be very proud of that. And it opens up another window, which I want to talk about tonight, and then I'll get with you, Melanie, on your question. But it opens up a window of those kids that are just out of their parents' house, maybe getting married, but aren't 25 yet. So it used to be that we had the child has to be full-time college. We had, several things in line, but now it can be a young couple that's just gotten married and they can be covered by their, mother and father. So it's a pretty amazing opportunity. And we have a lot of those kids that aren't going to college now, or maybe go for 2 years, that could stay on it all the way through 25, and some that could be married and still getting free product. So Melanie, what's your question?
Well, I have two. One was, is Juice Plus not for kids under 4?
Juice Plus is fine for kids under 4, but they can't start the free program until age 4. Let me tell you the logic so that you can understand it. So they originally said they wanted kids age 4 so that the adults could actually monitor what's happening with the kid. Are they eating more fruits and vegetables? Are they drinking more water? Less over-the-counter meds? And they felt like age 4 was a good age that they could kind of pick up those things, and maybe the child could communicate a little bit. So that was the reason that we've always started the Healthy Starts at age 4. But we have babies, what did they say, Jennifer? Dr. Sears says age 6 months or so, 4 to 6 months, they can start having the powder on their tongue. Yeah. So there's not too young of an age. And, many moms who are breastfeeding are taking Juice Plus and the kids are getting it through the breast milk. So good question, Melanie. What was your other question?
Second question was, when I first read about this, it made me wonder, it seems like we're opening the pool up much wider and deeper. How is that being paid for?
Well, one thing that we should all know is that we pay a portion of the free product. I haven't looked at the amounts lately, but it ends up being about $5 per month every time the person is paying monthly. So for example, let's say Brenda sets up a new Family Healthy Starts. The child portion, she's paying $5, I'm paying $5, and then Sandy, who's over me, is paying $5. So it's working up the line 4 levels up. So that's how we're getting the free product, is we're all paying a bit of it, but the company's still absorbing a good amount. It's definitely not paying the full child amount. We are not paying that. We're just paying portions of it. So good question, Melanie. And that's what we need to understand and be proud of, is that we're helping all these kiddos get free product because it comes out of our commissions. So it's a line item. If you look at your check closely, that says Family Healthy Starts, donation, I think is what it says. So on my 1099, it shows that that was a business expense, not a income to me. Does that make sense? Yeah, good. Great questions, because a lot of people don't really know those things because we haven't, drilled down into that before. Other questions on our summer challenge with the Healthy Starts? So we're just going to keep track as a big team, Sandy's overall JBES team, and we're going to just celebrate as we get more and more children and or young adults covered free on Juice Plus. And you know that these kiddos and or young adults can do the gummies or the capsules. So it doesn't matter, just so they have a sponsoring adult taking the product. Make sense?
So they can do the capsules now, because I thought the younger kids had to do the gummies. Have they changed that? I thought that was a requirement that they had to do the gummies until they were like at least preteen, maybe teenagers, maybe 13.
I think that that's available. I think it's available, but let's confirm that. I will do some research on it. Jennifer, you have any thoughts on that?
I don't know that I was ever aware of that.
Yeah, because they had to, at some point in time, they had to transition from the gummies to the capsules. They couldn't take the gummies as teenagers.
Well, I think that was because of availability.
Yeah, we were running low supply chain issues. So
But
that's
that's-
gone away now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I thought that was earlier too, before the supply chain thing, but maybe not. Maybe I just got it confused. So, okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain that we can do. So I do have some moms that are so serious about any sugar in their kiddos that they don't want the gummies for the kids age 6, 7, and some of them have braces or whatever. And we have been able to get them capsules. So I'm pretty certain that
Okay.
that's accurate, but good questions. So we will celebrate with Sandy's team, and we will just be a part of that overall effort. How exciting that we can share in different places on social media that we're a part of an effort trying to reach 100 families during the summer months to get free product for their kiddos. And what's most important is getting great nutrition into those kids. During the summer, they can build up their immune system and be ready for the school year. So that's a good approach as well. So I think we'll see some posts that you can copy and paste from others. That will just be nice to be able to share, what we're focused on and what we're passionate about during the 3 months of summer regarding children and the Healthy Starts. Okay, our primary focus tonight is the Tower Garden Growing Your Business document. How many people have seen this document that I posted in the group? Let me see if I thought I had it here. Let me see if I can't find it. Okay, so I need to share screen. Yep, there it is. Has everybody seen this document?
Mhm.
Okay, it came out a few weeks ago, and we're going to be walking through it in detail. But it is right after we got back from Juice Plus Live. There was a person, her name was Jose out of Canada, who was a new NMD. And she shared that she made it to NMD with 95% Tower Garden business. No Juice Plus, hardly. So they put together a flyer to help us understand how she did that and how we can help partners do that if that's their interest level. So I'm going to walk you through this document. It's off of the hub. I'll actually post right now into the chat the link from the hub so that I can get you guys in case you need it. And forgive me, I'm going to walk over to the light switch and turn on the fan. It's a little warm in here. Okay. So before I jump into the document too far, I did prepare a little PowerPoint to make it simple and easy for us to talk through. Can you see this PowerPoint okay? Okay, we'll come back to the document in just a minute. But basically, this is all about growing your business with towers primarily. And some of you could have a new partner come on board that is just really focused on towers, which is what Melanie was when she came on board. So we want to be able to share with them the path to reach promotions and do things if they want to stay primarily with Tower Gardens. Jose did say, and it's good for us to be aware, that after someone's growing food on the Tower Garden, she does introduce Juice Plus, and this is another way for you to get more fruits and vegetables. And I think it's best that people combine both, but their emphasis can be on Tower Gardens more than Juice Plus if that's what's best for them, because they're already into growing. So I put together a few slides just to make it super simple for us. And you know, what I want to talk about is that someone can get to Partner Plus by ordering their own indoor unit. We're going to primarily stay on indoor units for a minute, but we'll look at the options on the Flex too. So I'm using the points for the indoor with lights. So if I have my own unit that I buy, and then I have one customer that does that with me, and I end up getting Partner Plus. Which, you know, if you do that in 10 days, you may know that you get a $100 bonus. The partner does, but you as a sponsor as well. Pretty exciting. So it gives you some extra incentive to help them get that other person set up or at least ordered within their first 10 days. Same thing on the 30 days. So for Partner Plus, they could get their own tower and they could get one person to join them with a home tower with lights. And then they could do that within the 30 days and make a $50 bonus. And you also, as the sponsor, earn a $50 bonus. So we'll talk about some creative ways to talk to a prospect in a minute. I'm just outlining the actual plan so that you can see it pretty easily. After they hit their Partner Plus, in again, the first 30 days or the 60 days, they can do the QSC, which is their own Tower Garden and 6 home units. And again, they have 30 days or 60 days. If they do it in the first 30 days, they earn a $400 bonus. You also get that with them. If they do it in the first 60 days, then, you know, it goes down to 300. So one thing that I was confused on, and I can imagine that some of you are confused on, is Express Track versus Fast Track. So let's back up to Partner Plus. With Express Track, that means 10 days. They did it in their 10 days. And they did it in their first 10 days. So let's talk about what I mean by first 10 days. They ordered their first product and then they have 10 days. So it's not when they put in their application to become a partner, it's when they made their first order, they have 10 days. The Fast Track, which is 30 days in the case of Partner Plus, they can do that at any time. So let's say somebody comes on board and I just ordered Juice Plus for myself. But later I decide I want to go after, you know, my Partner Plus. So I can do a restart on that 30 days anytime during my first year, my second year, whatever, if I'm getting my Partner Plus. But you can never do a restart on your Express Track. It's from the first day you purchase something. And so I just want to be sure you understand that. So we're going to be talking about Express Track and Fast Track. So the Fast Track, you can restart most anytime, but the Express Track only happens when they're first getting started. So I was confused about that recently, and I just thought some of you might be confused as well. So sales coordinator, the next one down. Have you noticed that there's no team members in here yet? This is all just customers. The sales coordinator orders their own tower. Again, home unit is the example, and then they need 19 customers. Brenda, I'll come back to you. So that can happen in their first 3 months, or that can happen, and that would get a $700 bonus if they did it in the first 3 months. Or if they did it in 6 months, they would get a $600 bonus. And again, you as a sponsor get the bonus as well, which is pretty exciting. That's kind of new in the last 3 or 4 months. So let's go to Brenda real quick. What was your question?
You were talking about this was a PowerPoint, but all we see is still that one PDF slot image.
Yes, so I just put together 3 slides for us. So a title slide. Do you
Yeah, but
see that?
we're not seeing that. We're just seeing the PDF file that you started with originally.
Oh, thank you for letting me know. Let me switch out. Okay, you see that now?
There we go. There we
Okay.
go.
Thank you for stopping me. So what I was using was the this slide. Partners can now reach promotions with Tower Garden sales only. And that's very exciting. So the Partner Plus, that's you and 1 customer, 10 or 30 days. The QSC, that's you and 6 customers, again, assuming the home with lights. Now there's other ways to do it, and I'll show you that in a minute, but I just wanted you to kind of see the numbers. And then sales coordinator, you plus 19 customers, again, home units, 3 or 6 months. But what's fascinating is the amount of bonus dollars that's there. So for Partner Plus, if they did it in 10 days, first 10 days, they had a $100 bonus, and you did too. And if they did it in 30 days, they got the $50. And then you can see the QSC numbers and the SC numbers. So if someone went high, heavy, let's go after Tower Gardens, they could have $1,200 in bonuses alone in the first 3 months. And then the commissions would be at least that much. So there's some significant dollars there if someone's really interested in selling towers and really pursuing a fast track. So I just threw together those 3 slides for you so you could kind of, and I'm happy to send that to anybody that's interested. But what I'm going to do is go back to the document that it sounds like I was already showing you and show you what you have available to refer to. So can y'all see this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we have here is the same thing I was saying. You plus 1 customer, it was required 900 points, gets you to Partner Plus. And if you wanted to do it with Flex, they're showing you some examples here with lights. But the visual, I think, is excellent to use with a new partner. You plus 6 customers, again, they can do it in 30 days or 60 days, and you can see the point volume there. The only thing they didn't work out here that I would have enjoyed them working out is typically when I sell a Flex unit, I'm not selling it with lights. So I would probably have to have the numbers redone because the Flex units are usually for outdoor growing. So that's the only thing I don't love about this visual. But I still think it's a good way to represent to a new person what their opportunity is. This is the sales coordinator piece, 20 customers, you plus 19, and you can see the product volume that's required. So the only thing that I added to this document was the bonus amounts, and we've gone over those a few times, but at the top here, it's $100 for 10 days, $50 for 30 days for you and the new partner. And then if we go down, it is for 30 days, $400, for 60 days, it is $300. And then again, for 3 months, it's $700. And for 6 months, it's $600. So I know this might be clear as mud to some of y'all, but let's talk it through. And hopefully my big goal was to just get your eyes opened and for you to spend more time with this form after the call. I don't think we can answer every question tonight, but at least it gives you an idea of what your new partner could do if they're particularly focused on Tower Gardens. Questions? Melanie?
This is kind of a lame question, only because I don't, there's a lot of this I don't understand, but let's say you reach sales coordinator
Mm-hmm.
and that says you got a $600 or $700 bonus.
Mhm.
Is that it, or are you getting other money?
That's what I said earlier, and I might have said it too quickly, is you're getting commissions on top of this. This is just bonus dollars. So your commissions are your retail sales profit and the percentage that you've earned due to being at that level. So for example, at Partner Plus, they would earn the retail sales profit, which is on, I have a handy dandy chart that I refer to. I don't have these memorized. For a home with lights, they would earn an extra $167 per unit just for retail sales profit. And then if they're at 5%, they get the 5%, 10%, they get the 10%. So good question, Melanie. That was only bonus dollars. On top of that, you would get what I call commissions, which is basically retail sales profit plus your commission level. Make sense?
Mhm.
Good. And that's not a bad question at all, because some people don't understand that as well. It's confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
What other questions? One thing I will say that I learned from this girl, Jose, who lives in Canada and who is the new NMD who spoke at the Tower Garden breakout session, was that she never gives a total cost of a Tower Garden. She only gives the monthly. So let's talk about the Tower Garden home for example. With lights, the price is Tower Garden home with lights, $1,020. So I was saying that to people because I thought it was, not a bad deal. And then I would also give them the monthly. What she's saying is that she never gives the one time until the person is actually checking out and saying, oh, can I pay in full? And she's like, yeah, sure. But what you're trying to do, and the methodology here, is to make it very easy for someone to say yes. So it's much easier to hear that I'm going to spend $85 a month for 12 months with no interest than it is to hear I'm going to spend $1,000.20 right now. Most of us don't have that extra $1,000 in our budget. So it's making it more simple for the person to say yes. The second thing that it's doing for you as a partner is it's creating a monthly PV for you. So in the old days, a lot of people sold Tower Gardens as a one-time sale. And so they got paid once and then they didn't have a consistent foundation for their business. So we, just like in the Juice Plus business, everybody pays monthly. We wanted to create that foundation so that people could have a solid business. So the monthly helps us as partners predict a solid foundation for our future pay line, if you will. So again, that might be a little bit detailed, but hopefully what you're hearing is it's easier to sell when you hear a monthly. And then secondly, it's better for your business. Those are the two things I want you to take away. I always say, this is the way I say it. I had a couple of conversations this week. Most of my clients pay monthly, and we have a 12-month no interest program. And your tower will pay for itself in the first 6 months. And in some cases quicker because of inflation. So when I bought my tower, I think it's 13 years ago, I can't remember, 13 or 14, we did a spreadsheet and ours paid for itself with the food we harvested in the first 9 months. That was 14 years ago. So you got to believe me that it's now 6 months. But in some cases, depending on the food you're growing, it could actually be 4 months, So what I was encouraged to say, again, by Jose out of Canada, is to say, you're going to pay for your tower in 12 months. It's going to have paid for itself with the food you harvested in the first 6 months. And then you have a garden for life. So they're expecting that these towers will last, 30, 40 years. So the food grade plastic has not shown, we've got some out there as far as 20 years now, that it will degrade and be a problem. You just have to buy the minerals and a few, seeds and things like that. So again, start with the monthly fee, talk about it being no interest. What we should be honest about between us, just so you know, is there is a $2 processing fee for every payment they take, but it's not an interest fee. But that's common when people have monthly payments. So if somebody asks me, there's no extra charge to, do this, I'm like, well, there is a processing fee. I will, I'll let you know that. But it's still just such a good deal because you're paying for it in a budget program, and that by the time you've paid for it, you've bought, harvested plenty of food to cover your expenses.
So they're really paying $87 a month.
No, it's in the already
It's
built
in-
in. Mhm.
That's what I thought. Okay, but yeah, I thought that's what it was, and then you were saying it was extra.
Well,
So
I think what, I'm sorry,
Tax,
I didn't
right?
use,
So-
yeah, I didn't use the right terminology, but I think if they did the math and did 1,020
Ah.
divided, they would see these extra $2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Better way to explain it. Thank you. And we do know, or hopefully I can remind you, that shipping is included in these fees. So
Yeah.
a lot of things you buy at this level will have another $150, $200 shipping fee. So that's all included with the tower pricing.
I know this probably won't happen too often, but like I told somebody it was $85 monthly. And then when she went on there, it adds the tax in, so it ended up being like $92.50 monthly. She actually had to wait for 2 months to order just to fit it in her budget. I mean, I know it's only tax, but now I always say 85 plus, whatever the tax is in your state. But like I said,
That's a good
most people do
reminder.
know that, but I guess
Yeah.
that one particular case, it did come up, so.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. So I always say it's $85 and that includes your shipping. The only thing that's not included is your taxes. So when they go to checkout, you're right, they will see their taxes.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that they did that. 92 sounds high. That's interesting, but
I
maybe
thought
there's,
it did too.
Florida's got a high sales tax.
was it in
Yeah,
Florida?
that's true.
Because you don't pay
Yes,
income
Florida.
tax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but the other thing that they could, most people, if they order from Amazon at all, they changed the law, whatever it was 3 or 4 years ago, where they charged tax because nobody was paying tax on internet items. And then they changed the law to make it more fair and get more money. But
Mhm.
it wasn't fair to the retailers to say, okay, you're paying $85, but I can save $7 by ordering it from Amazon or
Yeah.
online. So that made it easier to explain or for people to understand it better, because
Mhm.
everybody has to do it.
Yeah, that's a good point. So again, I know I didn't answer every question tonight. This is something you're going to have to mail on. And I actually just sent that document to my local printer and had a few color ones made up so that I could have that handy. I've got 2 or 3 new partners in the last few months that are particularly focused on Tower Gardens. So I'm going to sit down with them and talk through this document and help them, understand their opportunity, because none of them have really taken off just yet. They just ordered their own tower. But I think this document, if you can outline the bonuses, is quite effective with the visuals. So I'll let you know how mine goes. I'm still practicing with it, but print it out, play with it, add for yourself the bonuses. And I'm happy to send that presentation with the bonus amounts, because they didn't put the bonuses on the document. I had to write them in. But good point from Melanie is that we could kind of do an average of what we expect the commissions to be too, even if it's just retail sales profit and a, idea of the 5% and 10%. So we could do some numbers, not just bonuses, but also commissions. Okay, girls. So next
Like those
week, go ahead.
I said, yeah, I would love those documents because I have a person that's just interested in towers, and I'm
Okay.
doing an event with her on June 13th. So
Perfect. Yep. I'll send that out to y'all via email at the little Word or PowerPoint that I put together. And then I put in the chat, if you haven't hit that link yet, that's off the hub where the document is. So I'm not going to send you the document again, but I will send you the PowerPoint. And then if anyone has the time to play with it a little bit and work up the commissions, let us know. I'll try to do that over the next week or so. I just don't expect, in the next day or two.
Life's
Life's
been busy.
yeah, life's a little busy right now.
I have another question.
Sure.
If you share your link with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
some people are astute enough to know that it's an affiliate link and that they can just take your name off and go directly to that
Mm-hmm.
URL.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Tower Garden work like Juice Plus, where unless it goes through a person, they can't buy it?
Exactly. They can purchase it off the website, just not have anybody's name, but it goes to someone after it's been ordered. As
So if somebody takes your name off of it, is the Juice Plus going to send it to somebody else?
yes, they are. Mhm. I have never had anyone in my 14 years take my name off of it, but I do share with them that I'm an affiliate with the company. I think you need to be proud of that, and that this is something you're really passionate about. So I don't think people really, want to do the wrong thing for the most part about that. It would just be an error, by accident, they went to towergarden.com versus, in my case, SevernGarrett.towergarden. And every once in a while, there is a person that did go to the website and not through me. And then they send me an email and say, I thought I ordered on your website. And so you can send that into corporate and say this person, with that email, they will move it to you. So there is a way around it if you know about it. But if you don't know about it, then it goes to whoever's, up for the next lead.
Yeah.
So good question, Melanie. Okay, ladies, we try to be very respectful of your time. It's 8:34. We'll be back together next Monday night and bring any of your questions on these documents. Absolutely. And then we're going to be talking a little bit about how to share the new Healthy Starts on social media and with individuals. What's the real big benefit? That's going to be next week. Okay, guys?
Thank you.
Have a great
Have a
night.
Good night.
Good night.